Here we go. Welcome to the ORA Shorts, 10 minutes of fun, facts, 10 minutes of fun. Welcome this afternoon. We do this every Thursday at 12:15 and again at 3 p.m. All of our shorts are listed on our YouTube page. If you haven't had a chance, please check it out. We also have new product introductions and instructional videos listed. This week, we'd love to invite you to check out City Harvest. We're currently doing a virtual food drive with City Harvest. This organization is New York City's largest food rescue organization, helping feed 1.2 million New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs. Every dollar rescues 4 pounds of good food. Please consider checking them out when you're feeling generous. Also wanted to let everybody know that we have also officially launched our Pinterest page. So please feel free to check it out if you need lighting ideas. All right, a little housekeeping. All of our attendees will be on mute throughout the duration of the presentation. The chat bar will be available for any questions. All questions will be answered at the end of the presentation by chat. We have been told that the best way to view is through speaker view. So feel free to switch over to that. And then you may be given the option to do a side-by-side when Chad shares the screen. That would be a great option as well. All right, on to Rosco. Rosco has a long history in the lighting community, starting in theater and entertainment and now stretching into architecture. We're looking forward to see what Chad has new for us today. Take it away, Chad.
Thank you, guys. And I'm requesting permission to share my screen. Looks like I need a little bit of additional help there.
Permission granted.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right. So thank you very much to O'Blaney Rinker for having us here. We really appreciate the opportunity to participate. It's the middle of the summer. We're in a heat wave here in New York, so it's definitely shorts weather. We're happy to be part of the ORA Shorts program, and we thank you for having us on. As was said a moment ago, Jennifer said Rosco's got a long history. You know, we were founded in 1910 in Brooklyn. I'm coming to you live from my apartment in Brooklyn, so I feel there's some continuity there. But when people think of Rosco, you think of colored light. We've been coloring light for over a century. And whether it's sheets of gel or our fluorescent sleeves, dichroic filters, or other specialty filters, people really think of Rosco for coloring light. Our sleeves are available in any standard sizes so that you're able to have what you need as far as fluorescent sleeves go. We also make our own dichroic filters for high output, long life filters. We have our own chambers in Texas where we coat our own glass to the specifications you need. We've got over 60 standard colors, but of course we can make any specialty color you might need for your project. And then of course there are specialty filters like OPTI-FLECS, which is a semi-rigid laminated filter used for LED tints and tones to correct or control the quality of light. And our newest product, the OPTI-SCULPT range of lenses. OPTI-SCULPT is a series of lenses for precise beam sculpting. They have high transmission and are really heat resistant, flame retardant, excellent products. There's 11 different pieces that offer, one of them is reversible. So they offer 2 different, the reversible one offers 2 different lenses. So it's 11 total patterns, and we're here to help with that as well. People also think of us for glass gobos. Glass or steel gobos. We've been making, whether it's a standard design, we've got over 3,000 standard designs in our library, or you can do custom designs, whether it's a logo or something that matches the, you can see here in the photo, matches the print on those tiles. So we do custom gobos all the time, glass or steel, for whatever your application might require. But today I really wanted to talk to you guys about some of our LED products. So I wanted to introduce you to the Image Spot. Image Spot's been out for a couple of years. It is a compact, robust projector for projecting images. I'm using the Image Spot to project the word Rosco behind me here on the doorway, and you can see the clarity and precision. I hope you can see the clarity and precision of the projection. What really makes the Image Spot stand out against other projectors is that side to side, top to bottom clarity. You don't get a sharp center and fuzzy edge like you do with some projectors. It's really a nice, crisp projector. And the optics are the magic of this product. With robust optics, you're able to get a really crisp projection, and you're able to throw up to 40 feet away. regardless of whether it's an entryway where you need the logo projected, or if you want to do, as they did here, a beautiful flower on the side of a building. It's a 45-watt fixture, but it's less than 8 inches from front to back. I'll show you the fixture here that's doing this projection. Very lightweight, very robust, solid construction. It's a really excellent, compact, powerful projector. The gobos themselves are less than 1.5 inches in diameter. And like I said, we can do just about any image you can think of. Newly announced recently is the smaller version of this, a powerful 14-watt projector that fits in the palm of your hand, IP65 rated, available in both warm, cool, white, and a UV fixture. The ImageSpot family is an excellent way to project just about anything you need to. And when we're talking about projection, I think it's appropriate to talk about our gobos for health and our gobos for hope. With the current pandemic that we find ourselves in, you know, there's an opportunity to project messages of wellness, messages of healthful guidelines, and also messages of appreciation to our healthcare workers and first responders. So we've got an entire series of gobos available for you to project with the ImageSpot or with any other gobo projector. Next, I wanted to talk about the X-Effects projector. You can see here at the Hakkasan restaurant, they've got the X-Effects is used on the backsplash above the liquor riser to create that effective rippling water effect. And what we've done here is taken 2 large glass gobos that have texture to them, and we rotate them in opposition, giving the most realistic rippling water, fire, aurora borealis, all of those sort of liquidy, ethereal textures. The X-Effects X24, the traditional projector, is a metal halide source using a 200-watt metal halide lamp. But we also have the X-Effects LED projector, offered in both a 5500 Kelvin color temperature and a RGBW color temperature. The LED X-Effects is an incredible projector that allows you to get that same quality of projection with an LED source. There's 3 knobs on the back. 1 is for dimming. The other 2 are for the speed of the 2 gobos. And I'm going to turn this on just to give you a sense. You can see how cyan this looks. This is the 5500 Kelvin projector. But I've got a water filter in here to give us a little bit more realism in that effect. And I'm going to speed these up, the gobos up a little bit. Again, rotating in opposition of one another, we're going to get a nice reflected water effect right there on the closet doors, as you can see there. So this is a great way to get those expensive looking projected effects without using a very fancy 4K projector or other types of traditional projector. A really nice, clean LED projection. Another thing I like is to put a rotating gobo in there that has the static outline of a hammerhead shark. Really effective way, useful in aquariums and museum exhibits to give the sense that you are literally under the sea. Another product folks know us for in the architectural world is the custom light pad. The custom light pad is an 8 millimeter thick piece of acrylic with edge lighting, meaning that the LEDs are embedded along the perimeter and they're shining in towards the center of the panel. Now, what you can't see on video is that this panel has an etched grid pattern into the backing here. And that grid pattern works as a light channel. So if you've ever had a crack in your windshield and the sunlight hits that crack just right and the whole crack glows bright white, same principle of physics is at play here. The LEDs shine into the center, that grid pattern glows, drawing the light evenly and effectively across the entirety of the panel. I'll plug it in here. I know it's not going to really show exactly right on camera, but I'll show how bright this really can be. This is a 12-inch by 12-inch source, and you can see it's really illuminating my face nicely. Maybe I use this for my Zoom room, but it's a really nice, evenly glowing panel. And what's really great about that is it's useful whether you're doing exterior facades like are in the photograph here. You can do elevator lobbies, reception desks, backlit product displays, liquor risers or other shelving. You can use it for museum casework or graphics in a museum environment, wayfinding signage, etc. We do have IP67 rated options available. And the product comes in a few different flavors. So the standard HO95 is a static white version. That static white comes in a super warm white of 2700 and pushes through several different options all the way up to 6500 Kelvin. We also offer a color tunable CCT95. The CCT95 allows you to dial from 2700 all the way up to 6500, and that can be controlled via DMX or Dolly, 0 to 10 analog, or other common protocols that you can find in your space. And then we also have the custom light pad RGB, obviously using red, green, and blue diodes to reach a full rainbow color gamut, again with an evenly lit panel that's lit up in the color of your choice. What I really love about this is the physics involved, because to keep the keystoning along the perimeter of those LEDs as it shines into the middle of the panel, we really didn't want to have a rainbow around the perimeter. So we got the right series of LED ribbon to go into the perimeter, so it's not going to have that rainbow effect along the perimeter. All of these have a 5-year warranty, and we really love the light pad. We've seen a lot of good installations of that. Everything I've talked about today and more can be found at the Rosco website. If you go to rosco.com/architectural, it'll take you to specifically our architectural section, and that's where you're going to find data sheets and spec sheets. You're going to find IES files, user manuals, warranty statements. You'll find specification language. For the custom light pad, you'll find installation instructions. So there's a lot of really great information on the Rosco website. Furthermore, on the website, you'll find a full architectural gallery that's going to allow you to search through old projects and see pictures of how people have used Rosco products to solve creative solutions in their designs and in their installations. You can search not only by the product name, but you can also search by project type or by the title of the project, A to Z. And you can also click and just look at the newest stuff that's been posted up there. Lastly, on our website, you'll find the Rosco Spectrum blog. We post new posts every week to our blog, and many of them are anecdotal problem-solving blogs where somebody has used a Rosco product to solve a specific challenge in their design. If you go onto the Rosco Spectrum blog, you can enter your email and you'll get a new blog directly to your inbox. And so we do recommend that you check that out if you have an opportunity. And with that, I appreciate the time, and I'll open it up for any questions that may have come along.
Perfect. We do have a few questions, Chad, pertaining to the image spots. Why glass or steel? Is there a
Sure.
difference?
So there's definitely a price savings if you go with a steel gobo, but there's some advantages to using glass. One of the key things with glass is you don't have the tabbing or bridging that you would see. If you were to zoom in on this O, and I don't know if you can see it on the wall here, but that O this is a steel gobo, and that O has 2 tabs that allow it to hold the center of the O in place. A glass gobo wouldn't require that tabbing or bridging. Furthermore, we can just get a finer level of detail on glass than we can on steel. The way we etch the steel, it has a finite amount of detail. So glass obviously would be appropriate if you have a more complex logo or image that you're trying to project. And then lastly, I would say glass patterns offer us the ability to do full color. So if you've got multiple colors in the logo that you wanted to project, then obviously a glass would be the way to go.
Perfect. Regarding the image spot, I believe this is about that product again. How large can you project and keep the image clear? And I believe you guys have some resources to help with that, right?
Yeah, we do. We've got some photometrics and IES files online, as I mentioned, that'll help communicate the punch of the or how well it prints at various distances. You know, the challenge with projection is that projection is magnification. And when you magnify, you're going to be taking the same quantity of lumens and spreading those out. So it's going to depend a lot on the ambient environment. If you're in a very dark environment, projecting pretty far, pretty large with the same quantity of lumens is going to read nice and cleanly. But obviously, if you're in a well-lit area and you're projecting very far, that quantity of lumens isn't going to project as clearly. So it really is going to be dependent on that. I would say check the photometrics, and then let's have a conversation about your application to see if we can't make the right recommendation. I will tell you we have a few different lens options on that image spot. So if you do have a specifically long throw, a narrower lens is going to help you have contain that lumen spread a little bit.
Perfect. Is there a limitation on how long the projector can stay on?
These have been built into applications where they have very long duty cycles. The majority of this fixture is a heat sink, and that heat sink works very well. Because it's passively cooled, it's dead silent, which is really attractive in a lot of installations. And that heat sink works really great to draw the heat away from the source, keep the fixture nice and cool where it needs to be. So we've seen long duty cycles as much as all day long, and we aren't seeing problems with this product. Should you need it, we do have a high temperature version. If you know you're going to be, I think it's 45 degrees Celsius. Don't quote me on that, check the website, but if you've got a high temperature application, we do have an HT modification that allows the heatsink to be a little bit beefier.
Perfect. Last question. For the custom light pad, can you choose the CCT range in the tunable product?
In the tunable product, you're going to have warm white and cool white within the same perimeter. So you'll be able to dial it to wherever you need that CCT to be. We don't have the ability to go much warmer or much cooler. So it's really within that range where you can specify anything within there.
Perfect. All righty. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Now we're going to switch over and check out Chad's
I'm
biking.
going to change clothes and run to the park. I'll be right back.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Go for it, Carl.
I rode a bike a lot as a kid. I loved riding a bike. When I moved to city, I was pretty freaked out about riding in New York. So here are some things I've picked up along the way, and hopefully it'll help you, whether you're a beginner or novice cyclist, or if you've been doing this a while. Here's some things that I like to share with folks. Any clothes are cycling clothes. You don't have to wear spandex to be in cycling gear. However, I do recommend some sort of performance fabrics that are going to wick away the moisture. Number 2, helmet. It is a common misnomer. Helmets are not required in New York City. However, they are strongly recommended, and pretty much every cyclist will agree to that. I don't leave the house on my bike without a helmet, period, the end, and I recommend you don't either. Number 3, hydrate. I recommend drinking before you go on a ride. I recommend bringing water with you, whether it's just a simple water bottle in a metal cage on your bike frame, or if you've got like a Camelback type backpack that's got water inside. Make sure you have plenty of water when you're going out, especially in a heat wave in New York City. I personally like the app Ride with GPS. There's a website you can visit, nycbikemaps.com, and that website has really clean illustrations of all of the bike paths and bike lanes that the city has put out there for us. Hey, don't go it alone. Go with a buddy. Use hand signals. Make sure you're clear and communicating what you're about to do to the people who can't read your mind. Make sure you are riding in the direction of traffic. And maintain awareness. You got to know what's happening 360 degrees around you. You got to know what's happening over here, and in front of you, and especially what's happening 10 feet in front of your front tire. Sidewalks are for kids who are learning how to ride their bike. Do not be on the sidewalk. That's some quick ideas on how to get around New York City. I hope this helps. I hope to see you out there, and have a great time biking in New York.
All righty. That wraps it up. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Again, please join us every Thursday at 12:15 and 3 p.m. Take care, guys.